6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with and the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 12.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 catches, 122 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also in the back.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Ryan's pass.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, do you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league? Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he's just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the 2nd round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph. But now with Smith, you diversify the offense. You've got 2 big targets who can go down the middle of the field and make big catches. Expect that trend to continue in 2020.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. They'll run with Cook. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. We'll check on. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 20, and it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
It's good to make it 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned it. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And he's got room. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and scoop for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
2-yard line.
On 2nd down, Davis. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throw over the middle, taken in. And that's going to be good for another 18. They got 29 yards at a time.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quickly to Thielen here. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they get... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. On 2nd down, it's Davis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And a Falcon 1st down.
The 1st down carry for Davis. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
You don't like that?
And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Lions sacked. A loss of 6 yards.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just... to add to his totals. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Rolling to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And his pass, incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins being chased out left. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan rumbling past the 30. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Vikings to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A really good pickup of 28 yards. We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-hand off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
24 yards a game there. Another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled on some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Cousins. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this this offense, it has not. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they... Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Chad Beebe, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
And there is a flag, so a big second down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Davis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped by the line of scrimmage. It'll go. It's a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Ryan looking deep for Julio, and that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's brought down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get rep. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Here's Ryan to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down.
3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Falcons, nothing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down, Falcons.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate.
And he loses the football a second time. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He's back to throw here to start the drive.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra play.
And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
You're going to make everything happen.
And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he will find Davis. That's complete. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football.
And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
91.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And I don't even know if we have enough time for all the highlights that he's created with all these touchdown runs.
It's gotten to the point, partner, where we're not wondering if, we're just wondering when he's going to find the end zone again. It's been that kind of a day for him. You know about a guy who's locked in. He sees the field, the vision, and getting past everyone, and definitely finding the end zone.
And those guys on the other side, that shower can't come quick enough.
Not at all.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Throwing here, Cousins. And he fends him off. Here as he's taken down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Oh, that's money in the bank, baby.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as a throw for a late touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different. So
you have an injury from the last game. See how long they'll be out.
Back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I never bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it.
You have a player healed from injury and ready to play.
Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said, what's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah,